Hey, this is Vision, and you're watching Skateboarding California.
I'm Sarah with Silly Girl Design.
Yes, and we are doing a review of the Cove Santa Monica Skatepark in Santa Monica, California. This is our review of Santa Monica Skatepark. Santa Monica Skatepark. I sound like I'm...
Enjoy.
Yeah. Compared to a lot of skate parks, the Cove at Santa Monica is actually pretty darned easy to find. So this little map video will be a little shorter than some other videos I have done for skate park reviews. We'll zoom in here to good old Los Angeles, California, and we will show you where it's at. So, starting in Santa Monica, for those of you who are not familiar with Los Angeles, Santa Monica is right here along the beach by Dogtown, a little bit north of Venice. Right here is the Santa Monica Mountains, so up in here is the valley. Here we have Beverly Hills, so there you get a good idea of where it stands relative to everything else. Now, I'm not exactly sure where you might be on your journey to Santa Monica, but you're probably going to be taking the 10. The 10? Why am I stuttering? You're going to take the 10 to get into Santa Monica. Whether you're in the valley and you come down the 405 to the 10, or whether you're south and you're coming up the 405, or you're in LA and you're taking whatever. Eventually, you're going to be on the 10. And the skate park is located right here at Memorial Park. Let's switch to the map view so it's a little bit easier to understand. So yes, the corner of Olympic and 14th is where the Cove is at. So let's zoom in and we'll switch to the satellite or airplane view, and now we get a good idea of where the skate park is. So here is Olympic. There is actually street parking on Olympic, so you could park along here. Some people even park here on 16th, but the most convenient place to park is right here in the parking lot. As you can see, there are tennis courts and there's a bunch of baseball diamonds all around the skate park, and like I say, pretty darn simple to get to. You just park right here in the parking lot and you walk right over to the skate park. Now, the office to sign up to get into the skate park is actually located in this building right here. So if you'd park in the parking lot, you walk over here by these doors and you go in the office to sign up, and then you'd walk around this fence and you'd come up this way, and right there is the actual entrance to the skate park. So this is a pretty good view of the park. I mean, you get to see the pool there, and here is a big Clover, and here's the little mini Clover, and here's little half pipes with a spine in between. So yeah, pretty simple, pretty easy to get to the Cove compared to a lot of other parks. So I hope this little map section was helpful for you, and it will be very simple for you to get to Santa Monica. Here is our perimeter view around the skate park. So this is what the park looks like when you first walk into the entrance. And we will go over here to the right where you can see the big Clover Bowl on the right hand side, and of course we're headed straight towards the pool. Pool's got a 6-foot shallow end right here in the foreground and an 11.5-foot deep end there in the background, which is now the foreground as we're moving around. There we see another angle of the Clover Bowl. You can see the oververt clamshell there on the left hand side, and you can see the roll in there. And then this right here on the left hand side is the kind of square pocket. It's about 8 feet, and that's a good place to do sort of half pipe stuff. And now here we're moving into the street section. You can see there really aren't stairs, but we've got lots of ledges. We have lots of little banks here going up, and then we have a railing right there on the left, and through here in the back we have a few more ledges. And now we come around to the mini bowl, and this is located here kind of in the little back section of the skate park, and it takes me a little while to pick up my skateboard and walk up over the curb there without shaking the camera too much. So here's the roll-ins into the mini bowl, and we can see the higher roll-in right there directly in front of us. And this mini bowl is a lot of fun. And then we come around this way, around this corner of the mini bowl, and we're headed towards right straight in front of us now. We see the 2 mini horseshoe half pipes with the spine in between, and now we are right back at the entrance where we started. So Not a really huge skate park. I believe Santa Monica is about 20,000 square feet or something like that. It was designed and built by California Skateparks and opened in the summer of 2005. So at the time that this footage was shot was 2012. So the skate park's about 7 years old as you're looking over this footage. So there you go, an overview of the Cove in Santa Monica.
So the first thing that we'll talk about at Santa Monica is, I guess, like the kind of street yeah, the street section, because that's right behind us right now. And the street section at Santa Monica is a little odd because there's still a lot of transition in it, right? Like the mini.
Yeah, it's got like a spine and some quarter pipes.
Yeah, the mini stuff I think is a lot of fun. Do you like the mini stuff?
Yeah, it's probably my favorite part in the park, besides the bowl.
Yeah. Well, this is only like Sarah's like, what year? How many times have you been here?
This is my third time here.
Yeah. So, and the funny thing is, the only times that Sarah has ever been here has always been with me, right?
Filming.
The first time was what, the Silly Girl video. Second time was the wheelbase skate video.
Why
and then
wheelbase important?
Yep.
Check it out.
Yeah, and now this one, the review of Santa Monica Skatepark, which is funny because, I mean, Sarah's a great skater and she skates like all over the place in Southern California, and she like never comes here. So, well, yeah, I really like the street sections, little mini halves and stuff, because you can actually carve the horseshoes and the humps that are in that section. And I actually skated here for a good probably 2 years before I discovered the line that like allows you to do that. I was just standing there one day and I went, wait a minute, you could actually carve all this instead of, you know, doing kick turns and stuff. And so that was kind of a cool line that I found, that you could just carve and flow through the whole thing. So yeah, definitely a little different for a street section. There's like like one rail, I think. How many rails are there? There's one rail.
There's one rail. And there's ledges, so
yeah,
if you like
there's some ledges. Yeah, so there you go. That is the street section in Santa Monica. So the other thing that's a lot of fun at Santa Monica is the little mini bowl. And that is located way behind us in like the back corner of the skate park.
Next to the street section.
The mini bowl has like 2 different sections where you can do roll-ins. So a great place for beginners to be, you know, learning how to get into something like that. You don't have to drop in, you can actually roll into the mini bowl. So what do you think of the mini bowl?
It's really fun. It's got a few hips, so if you like airing over hips or like just popping off of them. It's got some pockets that you just carve and you get a lot of speed from that. There are a bunch of different lines when skating that bowl, because like you can go through one pocket and then go through like this pocket, or instead of going in that pocket, you can go in this one and you just front side and back side. You can front side and back side each different one.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
The thing that I really like about the mini bowl is it's super easy to change your lineup, and you can actually hit every single pocket front side or every single pocket back side, and very easy to switch while you're going. So it's a lot of fun. And another thing that's really cool about it is like if you're just learning and just starting out, one of the lower roll-in kind of points directly to a corner. So you can learn both front side and back side carves in that corner by just rolling straight and hitting it whichever way you want. So yeah, mini bowl is very, very cool.
Oh, and if you want to do lip tricks, the coping is not like super big, but it's not like super small, so it's like perfect height if you want to learn stuff. So
yeah, and then there's the spine too. There's a little spine actually on the corner.
Oh, it's on like the edge where you can like go over the spine and then go into the street and then
that's really
do your
cool.
line in the street.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a really neat design.
As we review the various parts of the skate park, you know, I'm very cognizant of the fact that this footage is very redundant, right? You're showing so much footage of the mini bowl and so much footage of this and so much footage of that, but I'm doing this very deliberately because I want the review to be thorough. I want people to really and truly understand exactly what every little bit and piece of the skate park looks like that we're talking about. So It may seem like I'm showing an excessive amount of the footage, but there is a method to my madness, so there is a purpose behind it. It's because I really want the audience, I want you viewers to understand exactly what every element looks like.
The other pieces of the cove that are behind us now is the big Clover Bowl, and the Clover Bowl is really awesome. The Clover Bowl has oververt, and Santa Monica is actually the first skate park that I ever went to where I saw oververt, and it just tripped me out. Like when I saw it, I was like, they make that? I was like, how are you supposed to ride that? It just like blew my mind. I'd never seen oververt in a skate park before. Of course, now I've seen it a million times, but back then, I don't know when that was, like 5-6 years ago. First time I'd ever seen oververt. So that was pretty trippy. And I can almost hit the coping in the oververt. I'm very, very close. Some of the footage you'll be able to see. Very close to the coping on the oververt. And the big Clover Bowl also has roll-ins. So again, it's really great if you're starting out and you're afraid to drop in, because the lowest stuff in it, I think the one pocket's like 5 feet. And then the other is like 8 and 9, and the oververt's like 13. So great to have roll-ins for some beginners. So what do you think of the Clover?
It's not my favorite bowl.
Yeah, that's because you haven't been here enough. You'd love it if you hated it more.
I think that bowl is like mostly for people who like to carve a lot. So like you can drop in and you can carve every pocket. You can do lip tricks in there, but like if you want to do lip tricks and go really fast, you kind of have to be like really good. So if you really like to carve, that's definitely the bowl for you. If you like speed, that's a good bowl.
Yeah, it's really fast. And yeah, lip tricks are more geared towards the corner sort of square pocket. I mean, you really can't do
There's
many
like
lip tricks.
mini ramp section sort of in it.
Yeah.
So you can carve the quarters in there too.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're really focused on that sort of thing, that's like the easiest section of the Clover to do it. But yeah, I would definitely agree that it's more of like a carving sort of geared bowl. So, but I love carving, so it's really fun.
So you remember earlier when I said that my front side carves in the oververt are getting really close to the coping? Here, check it out. Ah, look at that. I'm probably a good, maybe what, a foot away? So yeah, just wanted to call attention to that. I'm rather proud of those carves. In the winter months, the concrete at the Cove can start to sweat on all of these southern-facing transitions because the southern-facing transitions stay in shadow all day and are never exposed to any sunlight because in the winter the sun is very low on the horizon. The reason that this happens is because concrete, or any surface for that matter, which is colder than the dew point temperature of the air, will start to form condensation. You can see that same phenomenon happening here in the mini bowl as well, and in fact it's so bad in the mini bowl that there's actually little rivulets of water running down. This also happens at the Venice Beach Skate Park, and the reason it didn't happen the first winter at Venice is because as concrete is curing, it gives off exothermic heat, which causes the surface temperature of the concrete to stay high enough that it doesn't form condensation. A lot of people don't realize that although concrete cures enough to walk on and to skate on just within a few days, it can actually take months and months and months for it to cure and stop giving off heat. Very similar to, say, a glass of water, right? You put out ice water at first, there's no condensation on the glass, but once the glass cools down, it starts to form condensation and starts to sweat. For example, right here you see in this forecast it's 61 degrees and the dew point is 55 degrees, so anything 55 degrees or lower in temperature will start to form condensation on it. So check the forecast in the winter months and you'll be able to tell ahead of time, pretty much, whether or not the concrete is going to be sweating.
Oh, I love that pool. I mean, it scares the crap out of me, but it's fun.
All right, so the last piece that we'll talk about is the pool at the Cove, and personally, I really love the pool here because this is actually the pool that I learned how to skate on. This is the pool that I learned pool riding in. And you know the reason, the reason, I don't know if I already told you the story, the reason that I learned to do that? I learned like the summer before Venice opened. And the reason that I learned is because I knew Venice was opening. And I was like, I wanted to skate the Venice pool so bad. And I was like, I can't show up at Venice not knowing how to skate the pool. Like I would feel like such an idiot. So I was like, I have to learn how to skate pools before Venice opens. So I came here and just learned how to skate and learned how to carve and learned how to drop in and everything on the huge pool at the Cove in Santa Monica. So what do you think of the Santa Monica Street?
It's a kidney pool, which means it's really cool. It's got like this one hip, so if you're goofy, you can like frontside air from like the deep to the shallow or brig air or shallow deep. Mm-hmm. But like, it's really fast. When you drop into it, you just have like all this speed.
Yeah.
You're just going to the deep, and you're like, ah!
Yeah, it's definitely fast.
But it's really fun once you get used to it. Like your first couple runs, you're gonna be like, oh my god, it's so fast.
Yeah.
But you can come up with lines so you're just like frontside, backside, frontside, backside, backside, frontside, backside, backside.
Yeah.
Frontside, frontside, whatever. It's just like, no matter what you like, the coping in it is really smooth. It's really nice. So it's easy to like 50-50 or grind. And when you grind, it's like, you're just floating. So it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's smooth.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The bad thing about the pool is it's thankfully no longer bad, but like a few years ago, that pool was actually pretty slippery. It was just one of those, the concrete was a little bit like too smooth, and they actually acid washed it. And it's been like great ever since. It's like much more grippy and a lot less scary. I mean, it was one of the things that freaked me out about that pool. Like it was so big and it was slippery on top of it. One of the things that's intimidating about it is the waterfall is kind of weird. Like the waterfall comes up super quick and the flat bottom in the shallow isn't totally flat. It's like, it's actually got a little bit of an angle to it and then it goes down into the waterfall. So that's a little bit
like downhill. So that's where you get all your speed.
Yeah, so that's like she was saying, the thing is so fast and that's one of the things that I really enjoy about it. It's really quick, and the strange thing is like you don't even have to work to get speed in there. It's like the Clover pool, the big thing is like, that thing is just exhausting because you have to pump all the time. It's like you're pumping off the hips, you're pumping off, the hump in the middle, you're pumping off the corners, I mean everywhere. But the pool, it's like effortless. It's like you drop in and you barely have to do anything and you're just like flying up to the tile every single time. So pretty cool. I love the vibe of the park. It's really good.
It's quiet and nice, and people here are really cool.
Yeah, everybody's very laid back and very friendly. It's very a real like family kind of park. There's really nothing I could say about the park that was negative. It's a great park. I've had like tons of celebrity sightings at this park too, which is kind of weird. Like I was just skating the pool with some friends and Adam Sandler was just like hanging out. Like he was like here like with his family at the park.
Weird.
And so like I looked up and I like looked through the fence and all of a sudden it was like, oh, Adam Sandler is watching me skate the pool. Like that was very odd. It's like, it was kind of funny. I don't know what else to
Oh,
say.
it's $3 to get in.
Oh yeah,
Forgot to mention that.
yeah. It's a pay to skate kind of park.
But $3 isn't a lot.
No, not at all. And you know, you got to wear all your pads and everything like that. But those are things that I should mention more in the reviews, but I don't. I don't know why. I just kind of like presume that people will figure that part out on their own. So, but I should tell them if it's a review, right? Yeah. So there you go. Got to pay a little bit, and you got to wear pads and stuff. All right. What else? Yeah. The Cove, Santa Monica, named after what?
Oh,
Come on, where's your skateboarding history? Your skating history here. You saw like Dogtown Z-Boys, right? You've seen
I
that.
was like 10.
That was the surf spot. The old
Oh,
POP
okay, yeah. I think my mom told me that. My mom
was,
told me
yeah,
that stuff.
it was called the Cove, and so the nickname of Santa Monica Skatepark is the Cove from that. All right. Okay, Sarah's tired. She's gonna fall over. So we should probably wrap it up. Well, thank you for watching this episode of Skateboarding California. And I am Vision. This,
I'm Sarah, again.
yeah, Sarah from Silly Girl Design. Awesome
I
skate
hope
team.
you come to this park.
Yeah,
'Cause
more
you
than
might
she
like
does.
it.
Because you don't come
Can't
enough.
guarantee it.
No, you'll like this park if you come more. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. See you guys later.
Bye.